Welcome, business owners. We are live today, our 5th live broadcast. I am Dana Ball. I am a small business attorney. I am a small business owner. And I have worked with lots of you small business owners over the years and decided that to start providing these insights into your business. We want to shed some light on some things that you can be doing today, right now, immediately, to tweak how you operate your business, manage your business, just a little bit that could help you avoid a legal mess. That's what we want to do. We want to avoid a legal mess. So we have been focusing these broadcasts on documentation. And we've talked about the importance of contracts and emailing and text messaging. And hopefully you are feeling more comfortable with the word contract and feeling that it could be something that you need to do. Not every business needs every type of contract out there at all, but hopefully you're seeing what types of contracts could be vital in your industry, in the type of business that you run. Today I want to share with you, I had a company a couple weeks ago reach out to us. They are a cabinet installation company. And they received a letter in the mail that said, it was from an attorney, and it said that they represented some customers who had cabinets installed in their kitchen, but they were requesting a refund of $11,000 because the cabinets were not completed on time and they were not to the customer's satisfaction. So the cabinet installation company reached out to me because it scared them, and they wanted to know what they could do to avoid getting in this type of situation again. They do have an agreement that they have their customers sign. It is a one-page document, and that customer did sign that document. But this is a young company, maybe in the first year or 2 years of business. And to receive a letter like this is shocking. It can be scary and alarming. I'm sure they probably didn't have $11,000 just sitting around in a bank account that they could hand over. In fact, most business owners, if you're just starting out, I doubt you're taking a salary for the first couple of years of business. Usually, all the money that's coming in is going right back into the business to build it. So, brings us to this point. We put all of this time and energy to build our businesses, and if you offer services, you are spending a lot of time to build up your client base, and you are that's your goal. It's the crux of your services, to build up your client base, to have a reputation that you are a fair and honest business, that you are good to work with, and you follow through on the things that you say you're going to do. And it takes tedious work and time and effort and money. And so if you get a demand letter like that, it's heartbreaking, because you've put all of this energy into building this business and building up your client base, and now there's a big wrench in what's going on. So what could you do to avoid that situation, getting a letter like that, or having clients or customers really dissatisfied with working with you? So one thing you can do is to create a client services agreement. Having this agreement up front for your clients to sign, immediately it sends off, it communicates to them, wow, they want to do things right. They know what this business entails. They know what the project entails. They've thought through stuff that could possibly happen, and they've already figured out how it's going to be worked out. They also will see that after reading the client services agreement, that it's not just protecting you, it's protecting them too. It's a mutual agreement to give them protection and you protection, and it shows that you are that reputable company to work with. It keeps everyone on the same page. And it will limit those demand letters coming to you. It will certainly limit unpleasant situations as you go through the project with your customers. So what types of businesses usually have client services agreement, or if they don't have one, they should? The ones that we have seen often, if you provide services for website design and development, advertising services, if you are a landscaper, a builder, a designer, social marketing services, tech and computer support services, if you are a business coach, a fitness trainer, you offer consulting services, maybe you're a dog breeder. We've had several of those. Wedding planner, financial planner, an accountant, bookkeeping services. Those are just to name a few. There's lots of others out there. But if you provide services like that, you really need to be thinking what you need in a client services agreement. Now, the one-page document that they had probably came from online. And if you have watched my previous broadcasts, you know that we have issues if you download forms online or if you purchase forms from an online legal source, because my experience is when my clients have done that, I've actually had to redraft those forms quite often. So you've spent money there and then spent it again with me. So think of a contract like an insurance policy. It is spending a little bit of money now to prevent and avoid a costly disaster later, an $11,000 plus disaster later. And it is worth that small amount that you have to spend today to put that agreement in place. So please do not download a form online. Do not get a form from an online legal source. Call an attorney. If you don't call me, there are lots of attorneys that can provide this service for you. Okay, the benefits of this form, of a client services agreement. It will help you to avoid misunderstandings about the scope of work. So one key thing that you can include in this, to give you an example, is maybe how do you handle it when clients change their mind? So we'll use website design. I know the company I work with, they're awesome. And anytime, frequently, I'll have something I want to change. Well, maybe you're going to say, you know what, with the scope of work and the pricing we've given you, we'll allow 3 changes. But anything more than that, it's going to cost you this amount. So that's a perfect example of something that's in that agreement. They know how it's going to work. Maybe you require them to complete an actual work order change form every time so that it's documented. I prefer that, then it's documented. Okay, it will also eliminate concerns with the variables that could possibly change, not just the scope of work, but pricing could change on them depending on how you have things set up. It just avoids unpleasant situations during the process and after you've completed the project. And it protects your company from liabilities and risks that lead to a lawsuit. So, one other thing to remember. I've talked about using email and text messages to follow up on conversations. When you are a services provider, this is vital. So go back and watch that live broadcast. To follow up, it will, every time you talk to your client, it will save you if there is ever a misunderstanding. So please follow up on those emails. I'll follow up on those conversations with emails. All right, to end today, my question to you, if you are a service provider, do you have a contract? If you answer no, what are you going to do to get one in place? You need one. And if you have one, when was the last time you reviewed it? These things are fluid. They are not set in stone for the next 20 years or the life of your business. They are fluid. You constantly need to be reviewing these contracts you put in place to make sure they're appropriate for how your business has grown or changed or different services you're offering. So if you have one, review it. When was the last time you reviewed it? If you haven't in a while, it's time to take it out and look at it again. So again, I'm Dana Ball, offering you practical legal insights. We'll see you next week. We're continuing our conversation on contracts. Thanks for joining us today. Have a great weekend.